The deck's just like super anemic every time I see it played. Is Tron like a combo deck or something? Tron is a big mana control deck, is basically the best way to describe it. I think this is a mulligan. Having 2 Ulamogs in the opener kind of sucks, and like we only have 1 guaranteed Tron piece, so I'm gonna go ahead and mulligan to 6. This hand has Tron on 3. Doesn't have any threats, but threats will come. Tron is a deck that mulligans very well. Remember, you didn't have to mulligan, you got to mulligan. I'm a big fan of having a bunch of Ulamogs in your deck if you're playing Tron. Once you have 10 mana, and Tron frequently has 10 mana, Ulamog is generally your best possible draw in the deck at almost all points. So just having a bunch of Ulamogs makes sense to me. No threat in hand, scry Karn to the top. Oh, how I've missed you, Tron. Oh, how I've missed you, Tron. Tron. Don't you dare spell snare me, you dirty blue player. Power plant, mine, tower. In fact, I feel like in order to properly harness the power of Karn, I have to be Stammy. I can't properly enjoy a Karn in this down. Oh no, not spreading seas. Oh, just a Silver Gill adept. Oh, my sweet summer child. Karn. I'm gonna go ahead and plus Karn here, so that way they can't attack him to death. Even get Karn standing up, we're gonna stand up. You know, it's only fitting. Gotta get into character, right? Gotta channel my inner liberated. No, I don't think so, the Blur. I think that type of mulligan system really favors I think it favors combo decks a little bit too much. So I think I'm actually going to go get a green source here. Go ahead and cast this Ancient Stirrings. Grab this Ulamog. I'm going to go ahead and Karn their Mutavault here, because I'm going to go ahead and put this Oblivion Stone into play. I should change phases because they floated a mana. They're not going to do anything with the colorless mana, so go. This is a perfectly reasonable thing that is occurring. The things that are currently going on the board in this game are perfectly reasonable. There's nothing unreasonable in the slightest. Oh, good. We're casting more spells into my Oblivion Stone. God bless. God bless. Yes. Cast all of the spells into my Oblivion Stone, please. Alright, so I'm just passing here, right? I'm pretty sure I'm just going to use my health total as a resource. I don't enjoy limited because, one, playing with powerful cards is more fun than playing with shitty cards, in my opinion. And two, one of the things I really like doing while playing a TCG is like iterating and improving on what I'm doing. And there isn't iteration in limited. There's just, you take away things to look for in your next draft or pick up new things to look for in your next sealed pool. And I feel like I don't directly apply what I've learned always to my next limited match. It's more difficult to do. I feel like I want something more tangible. I want to like make a change and see that change come through directly. Look at this. This is just, is this fair? It's like I'm like punching a small child. Just like, here's my Ulamog, nice 2/2s, opponent. Oh, look at that Aether Vial. My opponent's tombstone will certainly read, they gave it the college best, because they're trying their darndest here. They are certainly trying. Oh, that's the breaking point. We were gonna try and beat the Ulamog, but this Karn is too much. Please stop. Take the Karn away. All right, Spatial Contortion's in, extra Dismember in, World Breaker out. Ugin is great. Relic doesn't do anything in this matchup. Probably don't mind some Swag Dattersons. Do I want Nature's Claim? Do I want Nature's Claim or Thragtusk? What do I want here, chat? Yeah, Claim for Spreading Seas is okay. I don't think I'd classify it as great, but I think like playable is like fine way to put it. I think this is a matchup where Ulamog's a little bit medium and I don't want to clunk up on him. Like most of my win conditions are good enough here. Let's try this, I think. Let's try this. Let's try this. Now, Wurmcoil is easier to cast than some of the other cards in my deck. And like we have Nature's Claim and Oblivion Stones to keep Spreading Seas down. This is a keep at this many cards, I think. I'm gonna lead on this so I can claim on this turn if I need to. Maybe I should just Ancient Stirrings there. Yeah, I probably should just Ancient Stirrings there, right? Deal. Damping Sphere. So here's the thing. Any of your friends, there are other people you know that are telling you that Damping Sphere will single-handedly beat Tron, they don't understand why Tron is a good deck. Damping Sphere think of Damping Sphere as effectively a colorless Blood Moon against Tron. It is simply one of many pieces in a winning puzzle. One of the reasons why Tron is such a good deck and so powerful is there really aren't one card beat Tron cards. Tron is a very resilient, redundant deck that has answers to problematic hate pieces and plays through disruption very efficiently. I'm gonna claim this, I think. And that's not to say that Damping Sphere is unplayable against Tron. Damping Sphere will be good against Tron. I will be boarding it against Tron. What I am saying is that in conjunction with other things is where Damping Sphere is going to shine. It's not going to beat Tron entirely on its own. Sphere helps you beat Tron. Exactly. It is one of the pieces in a winning formula, one of the many pieces in a winning formula. All right, slam this into play and beat him down here, hopefully. Rollins with the $12 donation. Memes are dreams, hoot hoot. Please actually look at this list and realize how much I hate / love you. I don't have to digest that later, Rollins. Again, please message me before you add decks to the queue. Before you send in donations. That's probably gonna be okay, but I have to think about it. The biggest thing that Damping Sphere has going for it that Blood Moon doesn't is the fact that Echoing Truth, sure. Is the fact that what's the word I'm searching for? Damping Sphere can be played turn 2 when you're on the draw before they assemble Tron. So that's the big thing. Even when you're on the draw, Damping Sphere is going to be able to break them up. Is basically what it comes down to. While I fucking Tron. Fucking Tron. Are we done here yet? What are we doing, opponent? Shh. I hear you, inside voice. So that's all I got. Just these 13 mana worth of cards. Is this good? Is this reasonable? Because I just want the least possible chance for my Karn to die. We'll back up here. This is probably a harbinger of the tides here, right? Sure. Steam Flogger with the $12 donation. Some people want Jeff to play good decks. I want to see him 0-3 drop. Steam Flogger, again, I'm just going to repeat what I just said to Rollins. Ask me before you send donations for deck lists. Ask me to okay them. If I'm being honest, most of the decks I reject are against the odds deck list, because a lot of the against the odds deck lists are very actively bad. In fact, a lot of the times when I reject them, if I don't think they have to be like a super meme like Shadowborn Apostle, or if I don't think I can cash, I don't play them. Go Trace. I like how we're still playing Magic. We did mold a 5 this game. We did mold a 5 this game. That's very true. Alright, this Karn is... And we have a backup card now, so I'm just going to start killing their stuff. We're running out of options. I'm just going to leave Worm back on defense while we devour their board with this card. It's going to leave Worm on D here. We could restart the game with Merfolk in play. You're not wrong. That is a legal play. Ooh, a piece of candy. Sanctum gets me Walking Ballista, right? I kind of want to just get Sanctum so I can have Walking Ballista. Then I'd have to lose my Karn, though. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Spatial Contortion. Just, like, take the piece of spot removal here. Just, like, keep slowly devouring their board. I feel like they're not beating the cards I already have, and I just don't want to be overly aggressive and, like, lose my Karn. I mean, if we didn't play deck lists other people had already played, we would never play Magic. Like, I think it's silly to say someone else played a deck so you can't play it. Like, most Magic content is something somebody else has already played somewhere at some point. Oh, look, another Wurmcoil Engine. The one thing I've learned playing Magic Online is that people value their time way less than I do. If I was this Merfolk player, I would have stopped playing a long time ago. Depends on the details. I never say yes or no to a deck list without looking at it first. Because they don't value their time. You know who are we to judge? Who are we to judge? Oh, yeah, this is a reasonable and winning attack. It's okay to concede, chat. It's okay to... I concede to turn 3 card most of the time, too. There's no shame in it. There's no shame. Vixus with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. So now I'm going to take this card and I'm going to plus it to get rid of the last card in their hand. And then I'm going to play the second card and exile one of their creatures. And then I'll Spatial Contortion the other creature. I could have spatially contorted, but like, did I need to? Did I need to? Thank you everyone for hanging out here today. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time TCG player and content producer here on Twitch. I stream Magic 30, sometimes 40 hours a week. If you're enjoying what you see and you want to help me make more of this content, please consider subscribing on Twitch. Subscriptions start at $4.99 a month. They support me directly and allow me to do what I do here every day. You can also support my content by supporting my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. We'll love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. InkGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. And finally, this stream is made possible by viewers like Anaronix, Justin, and you. They'd like to remind you to hit that follow button at the very least. Even if you can't subscribe, following is completely free. It lets you know when I go live and with what. And I always try and put the names of the decks that we're going to be playing on a given stream day in my stream title at the start, so that way you can kind of get a feel for if you want to catch it live. And if you can't catch it live, you can always be sure to check out my archives afterwards on my YouTube channel. Nice job on slowly inching forward and protecting your win cons instead of needlessly getting aggressive. Thanks, Mr. Tasty. The world was Karn's oyster. I didn't want to mess it up. Another easy mulligan here. Usually you don't keep 5s, 6s, and 7s game one that don't have multiple Tron pieces in them. Generally speaking, you want to mulligan pretty aggressively. Post-board games, you'll occasionally keep 6s and 7s without a lot of Tron pieces, just so you can... What's it called? So you can, yep. Remember, sometimes you're gonna mulligan a lot. I don't think any of the mulligans I took here were a mistake. Sometimes you're gonna mulligan and you're gonna get punished for mulliganing, and that's okay. That's okay. You know what I love? I love when people show up. I love when people show up in my they show up on the stream chat, but they don't show up in my personal chat, because that means there was someone who was obnoxious in my other channel. They were obnoxious in another channel, and I blocked them so I don't have to see their messages on Twitch. And like, they're almost always 100% posting something obnoxious here, so then I just get to ban them. I should really, just when I ignore someone in another Twitch stream that I'm watching, just go and ban them in my personal channel as well. That'd probably be for the best. Am I supposed to concede here? I'm not gonna show. I'm just gonna wait one more turn. I'm gonna wait one more turn and just confirm that they're on normal humans, and then I'm gonna concede and go to the next game. I think here, yeah, it's pretty stuck. Humans looks like. You can't please everyone, even if you try. So you shouldn't try. It is a waste of effort to try. So I want this. I want this. Your toe hurts? Oh, maybe you shouldn't have run your toe over with the chair. Dorcas. Alright, so Worldbreaker actually blocks Mantis Rider, so it's probably okay here. Relic is pretty bad. Probably don't mind trimming a couple of Ulamogs at least. Maybe I'm just trimming all of them. It's like Walking Ballista is a good top end. You want to see me? Can you come say hi to the internet? Can you say hi? Hi. Good job. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. You're adorable, tiny child. You're adorable. What do you think? Is this a mulligan, Declan? Say yes. Is this a mulligan?
Upstairs?
Upstairs? No, we're gonna go upstairs after this league, okay? Yeah, it's gotta finish this league and then we'll go upstairs. I am not playing anything after this Tron League, so my, that card's pretty fine, right? My oldest is in half-day preschool right now, so he gets off the bus about noon, so I have a pretty hard and firm stop time of needing to be done by like 5 after 12. Usually his bus is here by like 10 after 12. I don't think I want to just Walking Ballista this for one. I think I'm just going to go ahead and play this and pass and Spatial Contortion their Mantis Rider here. I don't think Tron's really going to need to adapt to Dampening Sphere. Like, Tron already has the cards they need to beat Blood Moon, and beating Dampening Sphere is very similar to needing to beat Blood Moon. It comes down slightly faster, but your tools that remove Blood Moon pretty much all remove Dampening Sphere. Thalia. That's kind of annoying. I guess it's fine, right? Because I have Walking Ballista. Yes, yep, seems good for us. You can always check out what decks we have coming up by looking at the donation queue. Tower, Power Plant, Mine. Thoughts on Broken Bond for Tron. I don't know what Broken Bond does. I don't know what Broken Bond does. So we'll get to Ballista for 4 next turn. Seems pretty good. Pretty good. If they play like a Mantis Rider here, we really need to dodge Thalia's Lieutenant, right? Because Lieutenant's going to let them get it. Hopefully this is just a Mantis Rider. Yeah, this is sweet. So next turn, Equin. Does the Prime sub not automatically update? Anyways, welcome back, Karn Father. It does not automatically update, unfortunately. So you will have to manually re-up that every single month. At any rate, thank you for the 7-month resubscription. I do appreciate that. So I get to go ahead and play Walking Ballista here, which is just going to decimate this board, right? So the Walking Ballista is going to go ahead and shoot the Thalia, which will let me spatially contort this, and then I can Walking Ballista shoot this. Technically, my sequencing's a little medium there, because if they have another Mantis Rider, they're going to get Exalted triggers now, but I was kind of excited and got a little bit ahead of myself. We're going to take 2 extra damage from a what's it called here? Be another Mantis Rider. Yeah, looks like it. So, oh, Reflector Mage, sure. That seems fine for me. This Thragtusk will come down and stabilize the board. Yeah, that feels like a losing line from the opponent there. Okay, this makes sense. This makes sense. They're gonna Meddling Mage it. They're out of cards though, so Swag Dad into Karn into Ballista should pretty much gobble their board up. Into Wurmcoil Engine. I think I want to just Thragtusk here in the event of another Reflector Mage. This is much better for me. Oh, I did see that card. No, I think that's worse than Nature's Claim, because Nature Claim gets to double as a card that's good against a card that's fine against Burn. I'm gonna happily take this trade. Just keep my life total high, keep their creatures off the board. Oh, look. Oh, look, more mana. Karn. Boop. Boop him. Boop him right on the nose. We done here? Good. I appreciate this. I appreciate an opponent who concedes as soon as the game is pretty much definitively over. God bless you, opponent. I mean, you could argue that Tron is a meme in the sense that it's a big joke that it's still legal in Modern. It's a big joke that something this offensive is still legal in Modern. You could argue from that perspective. Thank you very much for the host, Deceive. Welcome to folks coming over from Deceiv's channel. We're hanging out, playing some Tron this morning to close it out. We're 1-0 in this league, right? We won the first one. Yes, we won the first one. And we are currently going into game 3 against humans here. We're going to be on the draw, so it might be a little bit difficult. You're right, I retract my statement. God bless. Yeah, this hand's just not good enough, right? Just like 0 Tron pieces to start. We lost game 1 in this match because we mulliganed to 2. All right, this is a keep. Looking for another Tron piece here. I'm going to keep this. It's a little bit dangerous if they have Thalia on 2, but I think it's good in general. So we'll go Power Plant Star Sphere here. So hoping to dodge Thalia. If they have Thalia, we really need to draw a land. We have 2 shots. Oh, Kite Sail Freebooter, sure. Kite Sail's fine. I feel like Tron is to blame for 90% of the people that complain there's too much matchup variance in Modern. I feel like if Tron didn't exist, all the Debbie Downers, they're just like, there's too much 90-10s or 80-20s or whatever. Like, Tron is to blame by and large for a lot of those. I think Titan Shift is more attackable than... I think Titan Shift is more attackable than Tron is in a lot of ways, though, Burgle. I agree with you that that's another kind of offensive one, but I think it's more attackable for a lot of reasons. I agree that Titan Shift is similar, but at least like counter spells are good against the Valakut deck, right? Yes, I agree. I agree with your sentiment, though, that like the land-based decks are the things that are most defensive in Modern. It's a Malcontents. So we're going to take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 this turn, down to 11. Vithian Renegades. What a tilt. My poor little map. My poor little map. How's Dora going to find her way home now? How is Dora going to find her way home now? What a tilt. We took a mine instead of a power plant on the last, and we took a mine instead of a tower on the last one, and now we found a mine. Should have had the foresight. Could have had Tron. No, yeah, I agree with Burgle. Tron Damping Sphere is a card that will be fine against Tron, but you still need to back it up with a very quick clock. Tron will be able to power through Damping Spheres the same way it powers through Blood Moon. Do they not have a creature to play? That would be really good for me. That would be insanely good for me if they're out of gas. Let's just hit a tower and play Wurmcoil. And by that I mean we're going to miss here and die, but we tried. If I hit a tower, we have exactly 6. The third mine for the rub-ins. Good games, opponent. GG. So, Talric, I disagree that a land Thoughtseize would be welcome in the format. It's just like a land Thoughtseize is similar to people that talk about wanting Wasteland introduced to the format. The reason people find decks like Tron to be offensive is because they create a lot of non-games of Magic where one player doesn't have any relevant or meaningful decisions that mattered. Cards like Wasteland or cards that take your opponent's lands away very efficiently also create uninteresting and non-games of Magic. So the solution to making Tron create less non-games isn't adding cards that create more non-games to the format. I think that's a very bad solution. This hand, yes, I agree with Burgle. I agree with Burgle. This hand's not good enough, right? It's like nowhere near. I'm gonna keep this hand with a Scry. I'm gonna keep this one because I have a scry. It's very similar to the last one, but I have a scry. Ding. Now we have a turn 3 Karn because we've been blessed. Blessed with a turn 3 Karn. Blessed with a turn 3 Karn. Thank you everyone for hanging out here this morning or afternoon if you're in some other parts of the world. And there's a lot of great people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you choosing to spend some of your time here with us. This is going to be my last League of the Morning, so we're going to play 3 more matches here with Tron. And then I will be back tomorrow morning. I might sneak back on tonight after the kids go to bed. We'll see what Christy's plans are. But at any rate, I'll be back tomorrow at the latest. Alrighty. Go get a tower. So we've got Karn next turn, potentially into Worldbreaker the following turn. An okay spot. Being on the play here was pretty good. This matchup's still probably going to be pretty tough for us. A go wide deck without seeing an Oblivion Stone or a Wurmcoil early is definitely tough. War Marshal, yep. I'm pretty much done streaming Hex Shadow Rail. Well, that's what you could call the stones in the biz. We were interested in drawing. If I could stack my deck this turn, I could have stacked my deck this turn. This is the card we certainly would have stacked on top. Welcome to Thunderdome, Goblins opponent. Welcome to Thunderdome. So basically, Talaric, is what you're saying is you were just wasting space in chat and being annoying. Take a 10-minute break. It's such a dumb thing to argue about. I'm not saying it was good, I was just saying what if. Just like, what's the point? I really shouldn't have left this box of chocolates on my desk. I'm so fat and can't help eating them. Look, I don't go to the gym 4 times a week to lose weight. I go to the gym 4 times a week so I can eat like garbage and maintain the weight that I'm at, okay, chat? I've played Hearthstone a small amount in the past, but not enough to have what I would consider an educated or informed opinion on it as a game. That's annoying. Am I just shooting down 3 things here? I'm probably just shooting down 3 things here, right? I guess I could just take 6 and then keep pumping counter. Nah, I have enough other things. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill 3 of their things here, I think. Just gonna go like boop you, boop you, boop you. And actually, I can block and then boop these other 2, right? Oh, they gain trample anyways, right? Alright, yeah, it didn't matter. Oh, you know what? I actually missequenced here. Hold on, Declan. Dad messed up. So what I should have done is I should have killed both these Legion Loyalists, and then I could have blocked. So because I didn't kill a Legion Loyalist to start, if I would have killed the 2 Loyalists, they wouldn't have had triggers, and then I could have blocked and shot the other, and they wouldn't have had trample. What do you need, dude? What's up? Can you help with something? We're not going upstairs right now. Eat your pretzels, watch your show, and we'll hang out after Dad's done. Alright, so let's grab Worldbreaker here. Just like floop this giant blocker into play, take him off a land. Correct, yep. Yeah, and like I have this Dismember in my hand, so like my health total is a very precious resource. I cost myself 2 points of health there. That could definitely be the difference between winning and losing this game. Back for another month of letting my dreams be memes. The Lurking Blade, thank you very much for re-upping your Twitch Prime support. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Blink of an Eye is just a reprint of Into the Royal, which is a card that we already had, and I don't think it's good enough. Like, the bounce effects, you want them to be able to take their lands away. That's a pretty big deal. So my opponent hasn't been playing lands, so I assume they have spells in their hand. So I'm going to go ahead and take a spell here to start with this. Let me respond to your question with a question. Why do I disable YouTube comments? Have you ever scrolled down to the comment sections of a YouTube video and read, let's say, half a dozen comments or a dozen comments under a video that has a bunch of comments and gone, you know what? My life has been improved by reading these YouTube comments. I feel like I'm a better human being for having read what was contained in the comment section of this video. That would be my question to you. My question to you is, have you ever felt that way? Because my general feeling when I read the comments on most YouTube videos is pretty the inverse of that. It's like, why are people saying these terrible things? And I firmly believe that if you're cultivating an online community, like if you have a YouTube channel and you're not moderating the comments under your videos, and you're letting people post obnoxious and hateful things under the videos that you make on YouTube, you're encouraging that kind of communication. And YouTube makes some money, but it doesn't make anywhere near enough money for me to feel like I want to moderate the comments on my YouTube channel when people are obnoxious assholes. Reading messages from people that are largely hateful doesn't improve my quality of life as a human being, so I've elected not to have to do it. If someone wanted to pay me, I don't know, $1,000 a month or more, I'd enable YouTube comments, because now I'm getting paid for the suffering to sift through all these comments where people tell me that they hate me as a human being or that I'm an idiot and things like that. That's just, you know, that's the experience that I've by and large had when YouTube comments are enabled. Correct, yes. And it's like, why would I actively subject myself to that? People that really want to reach out and be constructive know where to find me on Twitch. They know where to find me on Twitter. And there's lots of ways they can get to me. And if they found a really neat line that I missed, people send me messages like that all the time, and it's great. I don't actually know Pimped Up Monk. Part of the reason I'm playing the mono green Tron today is to try and get a feel for if this does really feel better than green black Tron. My opinion's always been that, like, the black splash is pretty free. The only obvious upside to playing mono green Tron is you get to play more basics, which makes you better against like Ghost Quarter and Field of Ruin and Path to Exile, but I don't know if it's genuinely worth the downside that you have. I finished in the top 1,000 at SCG Milwaukee with Owling Mine. It was a successful tournament. I had a lot of fun. Waiting for a green source. Waiting for a green source. Am I supposed to be attacking them here? I'm probably supposed to be attacking them here, right? I really just think like Collective Brutality is a very powerful magic card, and it helps fix a lot of the problems that Tron has as a deck. Yeah, I can't say that I watch a lot of cute kitten videos. The extent of my YouTube viewing is pretty biased. I pretty much just watch Magic and TCG content as well as John Oliver videos. I guess I watch a lot of Power Ranger videos by proxy thanks to Declan, but my personal viewing is like John Oliver and Magic the Gathering. Exiled a Goblin Grenade. Well, that feels good. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and just start attacking them, I think, here. John Oliver is hilarious. And the thing I appreciate about John Oliver is that I don't always agree with everything that he posts or like his opinions on things, but he's very well educated and he articulates himself well, and he backs up the stories that he's making or the points he's trying to make with a lot of actual facts, which is great. He always sources his stories well, which is fantastic. We don't have enough of that in today's media. Right, so pretty easy trims here. Need four more cuts. Maybe Dismember's not good enough. Karn's actually not amazing in this matchup, right? Maybe if this many Nature's Claims is overkill. That many Nature's Claims is probably overkill. 3 is probably fine. Is Thought-Knot Seer good here? Is this card good? It can tag random pieces of reach out of their hand and it just blocks, right? Is Thought-Knot better than Karn here? What do we think about just like boarding in 4 mana 4/4s? I think I like 4 mana 4/4s better than Karn in general. I am currently standing. I have a standing desk that has motors in either leg that goes up and down, so I can stand for parts of my stream and sit for other parts of my streams. I think I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Maybe this last Nature's Claim isn't good enough. Yeah, let's do this actually. Let's just bring in these and like, because Thought-Knot Seer turns the corner and kills them as well, which is nice. Like giving the red deck more time to draw out and kill you is generally bad. This is probably too slow. I think I want to work towards turn 3 Tron a little bit better. The maybe keeping that first hand is because it already had Wurmcoil in the opener, which is nice. This hand's not very good, but we're going to keep it with a Scry. Sounds good, Cam. I will. My ritual is always post-stream. I will check my donation deck list everywhere. Yeah, I agree. I think Walking Ballista is very good in this style of deck, and if you wanted to hedge this... So, here's the thing about Walking Ballista. I think Walking Ballista hedges this deck's hard matchups in a nice way, but if I was expecting to play a bunch of hard matchups with Tron, I just wouldn't play Tron. It's basically like Ulamog lets you dunk people really nicely. I love new people. Take a 10-minute timeout. If you want to be more specific about why I mulliganed, feel free to ask a specific question, but just like random what the F's, like that's just taking up obnoxious space in my chat. Please don't do that. Okay. I think playing 1 Ballista is fine. For reference, I think having 1 Ballista in your deck is very Tron. I am doing fantastic, Zeke. How's it going over there? We could die here still. We could just like get War Chief or Chieftain here into like smack us for a bunch, into like smash to smithereens on my Wurmcoil Engine, but I'm saying there's a chance here. I'm saying we went from 1 Tron piece to having a chance here. They could have a Bushwhacker here too. They are the 8 whacks. Yep, that's a Reckless Bushwhacker. So we're taking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We're actually just dead here. All right. That deck's real good. That deck, it's got some powerful nut draws. Just casually turn 3U. Casually turn 3U. I'm going to put 1 Dismember in over this World Breaker. Thanks for using the code random login name. Inked Gaming's got some good stuff. Happy to be sponsored by them. This is really close. I think I'm inclined to keep this. What do we think? This is really close. We could have hit an Ancient Stirrings or a Dismember. I think this is close, but I think I'm leaning on the side of keep. If we're really fortunate, we get a turn 3 Wurmcoil, turn 4 O-Stone. I don't know. I haven't played the 8-whack deck enough to know if like a 3-mana card is something they're interested in having. Like, my gut says more 3-mana cards isn't what their deck is looking for in general, but I also just like don't have enough experience to know if that's straight up the truth or me making stuff up. Subscribe for the memes, but now I'm happy to see people get Karned. Raging Pixels, thank you for the 2-month resubscription. I do appreciate that. Welcome back. All right, so if they don't turn 3 us again, we're gonna get to turn 4 O-Stone, crack O-Stone. So, and then follow up with the Wurmcoil Engine. So, I don't think we're gonna get turn 3 here. Ding. All right, so I actually still just want to play the map this turn because I don't want to expose this to a smash to smithereens, which they're likely boarding in against us. Yep. All right. Please don't kill me. 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 Hey. Oh. Let's go. Hey. Oh. We're taking 8 here down to 7. I'm gonna crack this for a forest. So it's kind of an interesting question here if I crack the O-Stone proactively or not. I think I'm inclined to crack my O-Stone proactively because of Goblin Grenade. I think I'm just supposed to play and crack this here, because I don't want them to get a chance to grenade me. Next turn I could go TKS plus Wurmcoil, which is pretty good. Dead to grenade. Am I dead? They're not auto-passing, so I feel like we're dead. Wow, we're not dead. God bless. All right. Oh, I can't do both, right? I'm short here. I think I'm supposed to Thought-Knot first here. Gonna like get bolted and they'll have a brick as their last card. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate for me. Oh, you know what? I should have started by cycling this because I could hit a Thragtusk. Yeah, we are getting punished for the forest a little bit, aren't we? Getting punished for the forest a little bit. If I would have gotten a Tron piece there. I like had the Scrying in my hand. Yeah, maybe you're right, Bob. Maybe I should have just grabbed a Tron piece there. So that way I could Wurmcoil plus Thought-Knot. I didn't actually count my lands, and I definitely should have. I need one more brick out of them now. Oh, I should have killed it in case of a grenade. Yeah, you're right. You're right, I should have killed the Goblin. I didn't get punished for that mistake, but that was definitely a mistake. That was 10 out of 10 a mistake. I think you're right, Bob, just because I didn't have a meaningful green card in my hand. So I can't take all their goblins off the table at this point, so there's really not a point in me. I can't play around grenade at this point unless they block. If they block here, I'll kill all their stuff. So we're dead to grenade, dead to bolt here. They've played 2 bolts. They have 6 live draws. I should put a stop here in case they sack this. I don't think they will, though. I think they're going to pay the echo. I mean, like, they don't have any cards in their hand, so, like, paying the echo is free for them. And if they brick here, the Wurmcoil connects and we steal the game. We definitely gave our opponents more outs than I needed to give them through the mistakes I made this game. That's a 3-mana card. Yep, deal. Why are we still playing Magic? We died on turn 3 last game. They killed us on turn 3 while we were on the draw in the second game. I think the Goblins deck is very, very reasonable. I'm actually not even going to play this Thought-Knot Seer. I'm just going to like max counters on my thing. Can we be able to kill them here? Probably not. Probably ambitious. They have to clear their board here. They like hoping I'm not gonna attack with the Wurmcoil. And they don't take damage from their lands. The fact that they don't take damage from their lands is a really big deal for Burn. Because, like, Burn is so good because in a lot of matchups, they don't have to deal 20. They only have to deal, like, 15 to 18, right? All right, we're 2-1. Beat a bad matchup. Stands pretty good. Hopefully it's a matchup where Wurmcoil is good. I guess it could also be a matchup where Relic is good, right? Windswept Heath bodes well for us. Windswept Heath generally bodes well for Team Tron. Looking for a mine. Oh, look. Don't mind if it does. Don't mind if it does. Always activate your relic as soon as humanly possible. There's no reason to wait. Just get it going. It's really funny that Ancient Stirrings is legal in this format, but I can't cast Ponder. Ancient Stirrings is a lot better than Ponder. This is my first thing. Oh no, please don't path me. How will I ever win the game without this Wurmcoil Engine? Oh no. Oh no. The two things that I'm least happy with in Modern are Tron lands and Blood Moon. I think those two things are both pretty obnoxious. Explain why it is better. You don't gain anything by waiting to do it, and you could potentially forget to do it. So it's an all upside, no downside play. Is basically what it comes down to. It's a good question though. No, I think banning the problem. I think banning cantrips instead of banning the actual problems is silly. Like they should just ban Grape Shot so we can play with Ponder and Preordain. I think it's really obnoxious that instead of banning the busted Storm card, they just banned all the cantrips. Oblivion Stone. That card sounds great. I'm gonna keep that one a secret, I think. Between me and my Tron friends. Although I guess if I don't... Huh. Was I supposed to play and pop this? Because otherwise they're gonna get to Ghost Quarter me? I guess they're gonna get to Ghost Quarter me now, huh? Probably okay with that since I have this map in play. Yeah, I think I played a little fast and loose here. Yeah, I wasn't. My head wasn't connecting what this knight's gonna do to us in context of what's going on the board. Yeah, we're definitely still ahead. We're definitely still ahead. Is like the Todd Stevens green white unplayables deck. Looks like it. Which I'm sure now that I've called it that, we're just gonna get dumpstered, but this matchup's a good example of why mono green Tron is a little bit of a leg up over the green black variations. No, I think no banless Modern sounds pretty miserable. I think there are a number of cards in Modern that are very obviously obnoxious and don't need to exist. They have 2 Ghost Quarters. Okay. Float. And like at this point, we just get to like actually play regular Magic, right? Because like they've Ghost Quartered us a bunch, but now they're behind on land drops and I have a 6/6 and they don't. I'll put this Urza's Mine into play. And like, I get to just keep working them with this Relic and start attacking them with this Wurmcoil Engine. They don't have another path. They're going to be behind in a pretty big way here. I get to put a Fate counter on my Wurmcoil next turn. That's pretty good. It's a little bit bad against Path. It's not that bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this Relic in response to this, right? That way they can't Ghost Quarter me again. Probably wanted to do that anyways. So they get to path my Wurmcoil next turn, but like then I get another land, and then if we just like hit a Karn or something good here, or we're even getting close to just hard casting Ulamog, like deal, line me up. We still have another basic in our deck. They're on 2 lands. There's a Walking Ballista, so yeah, so I like do this. I cast this for infinite here. No, because they just wait on the timing of their thing, so I think waiting is pretty wrong. I'll grab my World Breaker here so I can start killing their lands that they already don't have enough of. Oh, so I keep a 3/3? Maybe? I don't know. I don't mind getting the land if we're being honest. They're just like dead on board to this Walking Ballista, right? Nice Ghost Quarters, opponent. Nice Ghost Quarters. Because I don't have 10 mana, chat. I didn't get Ulamog because I can't cast Ulamog, chat. That's why I didn't get the Ulamog. I didn't get the card that I literally couldn't cast. They're a collected company deck, right? So I want this Grafdigger's Cage. I'm definitely trimming Ulamog's here because he is hard to cast when we're getting Ghost Quarter, but I think I want to leave 1 in. The extra Dismember is obviously great. I don't think this is a Thought-Knot Seer matchup. This is probably an okay Thragtusk matchup just because like they Ghost Quarter us constantly and we'll get to 5 lands. I think I want Swag Ederson here. They don't usually have, the opponent's deck doesn't usually play Stony Silence, right? Do they board in Stony usually? I don't know that I like boarding in Claim against Stony. I think if I'm worried about Stony, I don't think they do. They do play Stony. Okay, so I'm just gonna board out. I'm just gonna hedge Stony slightly by cutting a couple of my eggs. Todd plays Stony. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I think I just wanna, like, I don't care. I don't give a shit about Corsair. Like, we have Karn. We have Karn to kill Stony Silence if they get it out. Maybe this World Breaker is just better than this Ulamog. And we have World Breaker too, so this is 5 cards to kill it. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna like trim a couple of my cards that Stony turns off and then board in a 5th way to get it off the board. Because like drawing Nature's Claims when they don't have... So this is one of the matchups where you don't mulligan aggressively for Tron pieces because our opponent's gonna keep us off of Tron. So I'm just gonna keep this hand that has like reasonable cards in the opener. And like, we don't need the eggs as much in a matchup like this because our opponent is going to be Ghost Quartering us into green mana a lot of the time. So the eggs are less important as well. What's going on, Ranting Bob? Hey, Bob, you should... I tweeted a potential Restore Balance deck list I think we're going to play later. We sideboarded in Grafdigger's Cage because our opponent's playing a collected company deck. Please don't Stony silence me. Okay, yep. That's a board. All right, hopefully their hand is just like 2 collected companies now. Grafdigger's Cage stops stops collected company from putting creatures into play. All right, we just need one more Tron piece here. Oh, that's kind of, it's a little bit, it's a slow Tron piece, but it's an eventual Tron piece. Tower, power plant, we just need a mine. The list I posted was playing border posts, Bob. I don't know if you missed them. I slid the border posts over to the land column because they're effectively lands. So maybe you missed them because of that. I'm not sure if you're confused or not, Mordeth. Yeah, slow Ugin is probably good enough here if they don't naturally draw GQ. Like I said, hopefully there's just a bunch of Ghost Quarter or companies rotting in their hand. For those that are newer to Modern or Magic in general, Grafdigger's Cage stops collecting company from putting things into play. Power plant, tower, mine. Well, that's not a Ghost Quarter on top of their deck. I guess they get one more look at a Ghost Quarter or Field of Ruin here. Okay. Oh. What's your niece's name, Griffinson? I will say hello. I mean, I've never been a fan of what's it called in general. Like, I think Eldrazi Tron's kind of a mediocre deck. I don't know why you would play that instead of playing regular. What's going on, Jade? Hi, baby Jade. All right. So I'm just gonna play this Sanctum. Cracking Sanctum of Ugin with Ugin is so flavorful. Just feels like a real big win here. Savor the flavor, chat. Grab this here Walking Ballista that they can probably never beat. Do you think our opponent thinks they have a good Tron matchup? Do you think our opponent believes they have a good Tron matchup? I find that most of the people that play like these little green-white creature decks think they have a good Tron matchup, when really, in my experience, that's not the case, having played the Tron side a bunch. In general, these decks like lack a clock to go with their disruption. Like, they have meaningful disruption against us, but they just can't apply pressure while also using that disruption. Why are we still playing Magic? Why are we still here? Yeah, Visor Company, with a combo, you definitely have a much better chance, right? Because a combo is effectively pressure to go with your disruption. Yeah, you got my land, you got me. I think I want to just start stone raining them. Just like take them off their white mana. Tron is love, Tron is life. Yep. The best thing about Tron is how incredibly difficult it is to play. I really feel like it stimulates my decisions. Do you think our opponent could win this game if they stacked both players' decks at this point. Like, do they even, like, if they stacked their deck and my deck, could they win this game? I feel like the answer is no. But yet we're still here playing Magic. So some people just really don't value their time. Some people really just don't value their time. This is my Wurmcoil Engine, your move. Oh no, please don't path me. How will I ever win the game if you path me, opponent? Oh no, not Cavity Township. I can't win the game anymore. Please stop. Cavity Township is so unfair. Magic. These are like the thoughts that run through my head when like I play paper Magic, but I can articulate them here when we're streaming, which is more fun. Yeah, just Stone Rain you, and then Stone Rain you again. Stop hitting him, he's already dead. Stop hitting him. You're a monster. On my opponent's tombstone, it will read, "They tried." They gave it the college best. Was it good enough? That doesn't matter. They tried. They gave it their darndest. This can ultimate here, right? This is for 10? Oh yeah, let's just. This isn't good, but it's fun, so let's do it. Put 7 permanents from my hand onto the battlefield. Keep this card. Collected Company resolves. All right, we're 3-1. Thank you everyone for hanging out this morning. This is going to be my last match before I wrap up. I'll be back again tomorrow morning. So again, my stream schedule is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday afternoon to the evenings, and Thursday and Friday mornings. Big shout out as always to my subscribers and everybody that's watching here this morning. There's a lot of great people streaming on Twitch, and I appreciate you choosing to spend part of your time here with us. We battle some modern Magic the Gathering. If you missed any of this league or the Red Black Eldrazi league that we played before this, they're going to be uploaded and processed on YouTube momentarily, so you can get to the replay there. I think I'm going to keep this. I'm on the draw. I've got a bunch of eggs. I think whether or not you think Tron deserves a ban depends on what your goal is for Magic and Modern as a format. I think in the context of strict power level, if they're playing Ponza, I'm just conceding the match. Just so everybody understands. If we get Stone Rains next turn, the stream is ending. And for those that are new, you need to understand that I believe you should play Magic the Gathering to have fun. And playing 90-20 matchups, I don't find fun. So we just don't play them here. So, all right. Please Stone Rain me. Yes, Declan. Look, I have an advanced degree in mathematics. When I tell you that the matchup is 90-20, you want a red bar? When I tell you the matchup is 90-20, you need to trust me. You gotta defer to my expertise, Chad. Ooh, it looks like it's gonna be a quick one. It looks like it's gonna be a quick one. So you're saying there's a chance. They are definitely playing Ponza though, right? Definitely playing Ponza. Stupid Ponza opponent not having the land destruction so I can just get out of here. Look, I didn't play all that Counter-Strike Source growing up to not have a high concession APM, okay? Same my first rodeo. Oh, are they some kind of aggro deck and not Ponza? Well, that was a misclick. I think they might be playing some kind of aggro deck and not Ponza. That would be so good for us. My Wurmcoil is really good against some random aggro deck. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. No, they named red here. I think there's some kind of random aggro deck. I think this is like red-green BBE. This is why I waited to concede until I saw a Stone Rain, chat. I'm saying there's a chance, is all I'm saying. I'm not saying there's a good chance, I'm just saying it exists. I'm just saying that with Eugene, anything is possible, chat. Eugene and I, we go way back. We go way back. Ay, oh, let's go. Ay, oh, let's go. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Beep 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 beep. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Please don't blood moon me. Beep 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 beep. No! We flew too close to the sun, chat. We flew too close to the sun. Got something in my eye. Just it was all for naught. It was all for I was so excited. We're dancing, we're bopping back and forth. It's very rude. Looking for an Oblivion Stone. Looking for an Oblivion Stone. Go. We do have Wurmcoil to buy time, that's true. And another Wurmcoil will probably bridge us into the Ugin. It depends on what they have here. Like, these tireless trackers are getting very large very quickly. Auto yield the triggers that happen a lot, chat. Pro tip. We're still playing Magic because we're not just dead here. Tron beats Blood Moon all the time. Blood Moon is not the card that beats Tron out of Ponza. It's the Stone Rains and the Molten Rains that destroy you. And they haven't... The Strangleroot Geist makes me think they might just be a red-green Blood Moon deck. And I think a red-green Blood Moon deck is beatable. If we get Stone Rain or Molten Rain, I'm going to pack it in and we'll be done. But if they're just a red-green aggressive Blood Moon deck, we can have a chance here. We're at a virtual 24 with the Wurmcoil in place, so that's nice. I'm going to cycle this Relic at end of turn just because its actual effect doesn't really matter. I just want to, like, dig to an O-Stone. I'm pretty happy to snap this straight here. So we take one there, we get 2 worms. Have you heard about my worm? I said a worm. What worm's a word? I said a worm. Alright, Dad's almost done, dude. And then we're gonna hang out all afternoon. We might even go outside. It's very nice out. Huh. That makes Relic a little bit better. I guess this makes Relic pretty okay too. Really weird that they played the land after I killed their tireless tracker. Oh, we got some maps. We've got some maps. We're still 3 turns off of this Ugin, which kind of sucks. Really need to draw another Wurmcoil. We need to hit Oblivion that turn, I think, or Wurmcoil this turn. I guess if they attack us with everything here, we get to eat the Tireless Tracker and then gobble up the Strangleroot Geist, but then we take 2 effectively because we gain 3, take 5. We'll end up at 15 and have a Lifelink Worm left over. Pretty good. This is probably an Alpha Strike, right? Oh, this attack makes me pretty happy, right? I guess these are undying, but like I don't take any damage. Their board gets a little bit bigger, but I think this feels fine for me. If we make it to this Ugin, it's going to be very good. Oh, Jesus, he's going to get to flip here. Please give me a spell to cast. 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 That counts. No, dude, you can't steal my chair. You're not taking my nice chair. No, nice chair stays right where it is. My nice chair is not for the 3-year-old. 2-year-old. How old are you? I think we're drawing dead at this point, right? Yeah. Feels like we're drawing dead. Yeah, not gonna quite make it too good. Alright, so Ulamog out against the Blood Moon deck. Nature's Claims are great. They kill their Blood Moons and their other things. I don't actually know how I feel about Relic. World Breaker's probably fine. I'm pretty sure we're on the 0-outer though, right? Because like I didn't have enough mana to play and crack O-Stone, and like Wurmcoil wasn't going to be enough to survive. I guess Cage is kind of cute against them. I'm gonna do this. I guess Thragdad's pretty good. This should be in my deck. Yeah, I just don't like sitting there and waiting for infinite time for like when we're almost certainly dead. Okay, let's do this. I'm gonna keep this. Eggs and green sources are good draws. We also just like hit natural Tron like a professional. I like World Breaker a lot in this matchup because it kills their enchantments. This hand has a lot of payoff potential, and it casts Dismember really well, and Oblivion Stone is just one of our best cards in the matchup. I'm pretty inclined to keep hands that have 2+2 Tron pieces and payoffs. Like, we're gonna draw something, right? As long as it's not mono payoffs, we're pretty content. So, like, how many live draws does this hand have? This hand has 5 forests that are good draws. It has 4 towers that are good draws. It has 8 eggs that are good draws. It has expedition map that are good draws. So, like, these. So, we have, like, 21 cards that make this hand very good. Alright, I'm gonna dismember this in response so they can't They can't make 4 mana. Maybe I should have dismembered proactively here. I don't know. I guess they don't have things that are much better than that. They can Blood Moon us now. Yep. That's a bad beat. Well, we're bottoming a bunch of non-lands. Hopefully we find a third. Next turn. Even just like any Tron piece was good there too. Just like as a draw steps, we could have played Oblivion Stone for 3 mana. All right, 6 more tries. Five more tries. God bless. I mean, the opponent had turned 2 Blood Moon. What more do you want? I'm gonna take the land tiers. That way, if we draw a land naturally next turn, we can just cast the Oblivion Stone and set it up to crack in 2 turns. Yep. Yeah, that's gonna be lethal. Good games, opponent. Just not gonna be able to get out from underneath that. If we would have hit the land on turn 3, we would have been able to O-Stone most likely before this took over the game, but like this is just too much damage far too quickly. The actual answer is we should have conceded game 1, conceded the match instead of wasting our time. I don't know. Tron is Tron. If you're a fan of playing a bunch of really slanted and skewed matchups, I think this deck's a very reasonable choice. There's some back and forth, but compared to a lot of the decks in Modern, there's not a lot of back and forth. Your good matchups are very good. Your bad matchups are very bad. It is what it is. I think this build of this deck is very reasonable. I think having Thought-Knot Seers in the sideboard is plenty fine. Having all of the basic forests in our deck is why we beat the green-white company deck. So like maybe it is worthwhile just playing a bunch of forests. You can be good against the Ghost Quarter Path decks because you're generally pretty good against those, and having a bunch of basic lands kind of makes them slam dunks. So at any rate, thank you everyone for watching. I'll be back again tomorrow morning, and tomorrow morning we'll be playing things that are sweeter than Tron. What do we have in the docket? As of right now, if nobody else donates to change for anything, I think tomorrow morning we're playing a Puka's Curse deck and a Restore Balance deck. So if you want to see a link to the Puka's Curse deck, it's in the donation deck list. At any rate, I'm heading off. I'll catch all y'all tomorrow morning, hopefully. Thank you very much for watching. As always, a big shout out to my subs and resubs. Y'all keep me doing this. So thank you very much. Have a good Thursday.